This is the 27th of May 2016. I'm in Ballymena here from Australia. This is Jackie, and I'm going to have a chat with my dad and ask him a few questions about his life. So I'll start off with the first one. Let's start when and where you were born and the family you were born into. So if you can tell me a bit about your family, your parents, which was my granny and granddad, and can you tell me about them? Okay.
Well, first of all, I was born in 1933, the 12th of January. And I was born in a little street called High Street. It was 68 High Street was the number that now it was a house with two bedrooms and an attic, which was transformed into 2 bedrooms as well, because there was. Oh, sorry, you have another question.
No, go ahead. Only 2 bedrooms.
There was 2 bedrooms and an attic. An attic which was transformed into, well, there was 2 beds put in it, where there were 6 of us, 3 boys and 3 girls. So there was only 2 could sleep in the one room, my father and mother in the other, and the rest of us had to sleep in the attic. So we had a sheet across the middle of it, and the girls slept on one side of the sheet and the boys slept on the other side.
Really?
Yes, that's
Wow.
right.
Wow.
That's where we were born.
All in the same room?
All yeah, well, the 2, as I say, was always there was a back room and a front room where my dad and mum sat. So
Okay.
you want to.
Okay, so you're telling me you were in a room with a sheet which divided the room into 2. One side for the boys and one side for the girls.
Yes.
6 of you and mum and dad, that was 8 people in a 2-bedroom house. That's amazing. Now, can you tell me a bit about your parents, my grandmother and grandfather? Like, what did your mum do, my granny? What did they do, and your dad?
My mother, when she was young, they done what they call in them days service. They done service in a big house, and the house that she was in was Red Dyke. They called it Red Dyke. It was a great big house out the Gurgorm Road, and she served the people in it, was a servant, and they called that service, and that's how she served. My father, he only lived a street away from where we were born in High Street, a street called Springwell Street, which is not there now. The supermarket has taken over the whole place. But my granda and granny Smith lived up there, but I didn't know my granny Smith. I have recollection of my granda. And my father was a very family man, very quiet man, coming out of a place where he did come out of, and hard worker when there was work, and in them days.
So what did your father do?
Well, he worked wherever he could get work. I don't know what he did when I was young or where he worked, but the work got so scarce that during the war he had to go to England with a whole lot of other people, and he worked in England. What doing? I don't know, labouring somewhere. And my mother was left with the 6 of us to look after. And he finally come home, and I can remember as well, I'm giving me a sixpence, a wee tiny silver coin. It's worth 6 pennies, not p, 6 pennies in them days. And then, of course, he got a job later on in years in the electricity board, and he was in that until he died.
Oh, right.
Well, he retired, sorry, he retired out of that.
Oh, okay. Now, Granda and Granny Smith was Frank and Elizabeth.
Yes, that's right.
And you're saying
Known as Lizzie most of her life. She was known as Lizzie Smith.
and of course my name is Jacqueline Elizabeth.
That's right.
And your brother, one of your brothers called Francis.
Frankie.
Frankie.
My dad.
So your dad was a heavy smoker, you said?
80 a day at one time. Till he took coronaries, he took heart attacks. And died at 73.
Died at 73.
My mother died at 68. Great.
And
Just
68.
done.
So, can you tell me a bit about your brothers, the older and younger, and your sisters?
Well,
And where were you in the family?
Well, Elsie, my sister, was the oldest. She is now 87, going on 87. My brother Francis is next. He's gone on to 85. I'm next. I'm going on to 84. Well, I'm 83. There was a year and so much between it. And my sister Jean then was 2 years below that. She's 81, coming out 81. Jamesy's coming on to, she's 79. And my youngest sister's 86, or 76, sorry, 79 and 76. So, and all in all, I can tell you that there were 6 of us born inside 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. So, and my mother was absolutely tremendous worker. She worked out, you know, and cleaned offices, and also was a great seamstress. She worked in a lady's house sewing, making dresses, and she made all our trousers for going to church and all out of old coats that better people gave her.
Really? She made your trousers, the
yes.
boys' trousers?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
And did she take you to church every Sunday? Do you remember your...
Yes, yeah. The whole lot of us, 6 of us, and it's not very often you get that. It's hard getting youngsters to go to Sunday school now. But yeah. And our church was just about 100 yards up the street.
Which was?
High Kirk.
High Kirk.
It's not there anymore. That street's not there anymore. But yeah, the house I was born in is still there. Sometimes someday I'm going to go down that way and see somebody else.
That's right, you said that.
I'd love to see it.
And your house that you were born in is still there, but the house that you grew up in Park Street, is now gone. And it's
Park Street's gone, yes. That's
completely, the whole street is gone. So, what do you remember about, what did you do to keep yourself entertained as a family, like as the kids? How did you entertain yourself in those days? Like, for an example, what games did you play, or what did you do?
Well, as far back as I can remember, the boys would have played about football in a place at the back of our house, which we called the back lane, but there's a name for it now. And also the People's Park wasn't very far away, and we were allowed to go to People's Park, and we climbed trees, jumped rivers, done everything. And in those days, outside the houses in High Street was a footpath about at least 4 foot wide, concrete. So the girls done the hopscotch, played the balls against the wall, and the boys, we done handstands against the wall, and we just were up to every sort of anything that would keep you going after school.
So you didn't have any televisions back then?
No television, no telephones even, no nothing, no.
Just simple ball games?
Yeah, ball games and...
And what was it like to live in the house with 5 other siblings? Like,
Well, I mean,
did you fight much, or did you?
oh, well, we would have, yeah. I'm sure I can remember having a scrap or two with Francis, yeah. But no, on the whole, no, we lived quite. We were all right. Everybody was okay.
And you
Yeah,
done work together in the house? Did you share chores together?
I'll be quite honest with you, I don't remember ever doing anything about the house. Like the girls maybe would have done something, but I don't think the fellas done any chores. The only chores I remember doing when I was a youngster was running messages for the neighbours and getting a penny or tuppence for doing it all around the town.
Okay, Dad, I'd like to ask you what you remember about your paper round delivery, as I've heard you talking about to other people.
Well, the paper round, we used to do a paper round for Mrs. McBride. She had a paper shop down Bridge Street. And I don't know how I got involved with her, but I was taken down and I got a run. And a friend of mine, good friends, just down round the corner from me in a wee street called John Street. It's still there, but you wouldn't know it now. But the houses are not there anymore. But there was a big family of the Faiths, and Pat and Brian were sort of coming in my age. So Pat, he went and we both got in a paper round. And I'll tell you what we had to do. I had to get up about 7 o'clock in the morning and head out.
Is this before school?
Before school, oh yes, before school you had to get the papers round.
And what age would you have been?
Oh, I would say about 7, 8, 9, 10, going maybe.
10.
Because you went to the same school till you left it then them days.
All right, there's
So
no
it's not like
secondary,
now.
yeah.
And it was Gulgorm Road and down what they call the Grange Avenue and up an old Grange Avenue, which there was no houses there at all. I had to go up it, and it was pretty scary in the winter time, very scary. There was no houses on it. We had to go up that to a big house at the end of it called Dunn's, and the paper. How do you let them know the paper was? It was only a big gateway, and at the end of the gable was the pipe coming from the fireplace and up, and there was a big stone sat in the crouch of the pipe, and I always lifted it, a couple or 3 taps in the thing, and went round to the gate, pushed the paper into the side of the gate, and they know the paper's come.
Oh, really?
That was
No bell?
No bell, no, just a big gate. The gate never opened, there's no door.
And the tapping went through the pipe into the house, and they could hear it.
Oh, so that's one of the highlights of the thing. And the other highlight was I got friendly with a dog called Tarzan. That was what do you call it? A golden retriever. And that was like my dog, because I got up out in the morning, stood out on the footpath and put my fingers to my mouth and gave 2 great big whistles. Waited for 2 minutes, and there comes Tarzan down round from Spratton Street, galloping and down to me, jumped up to say hello and how you doing, and away we went. And that come round the paper round along with it. Sometimes we would have put a paper in its mouth and it walked along the walls and held the paper. That was absolutely a great dog. Never had to be trained. And we wrestled with it, we fought with it, we jumped in. I never needed a lead either. Never was on a lead.
And whose dog was it?
That was wee man Wilson's dog, George McFall's sister. He was married to Wilson. They had it. And it was, they always let it out, you know, but then it heard this whistle, the whistle. And boys down, come down.
Every morning at 7 o'clock.
Oh, well, after 7 you had to.
So if you went up to the Gulgorm Road, that's a long way from Park Street or Springwell.
High Street, from High Street. Oh, aye.
So how many?
Down Laymore Avenue and up Laymore Avenue and then up to the Grange Avenue. Oh,
And how many papers did you have to carry?
Oh, well, I'm sure you maybe had about 25 or 26. You know, because they were outgoing, they were far out. It wasn't as if you were going round the town every house.
Did you have a bicycle?
No, no bicycles. Never had a bicycle. I bought my brother 3 bicycles, a ride off him.
Which brother?
Jamesy, the youngest. He was always a thefty boy.
And he always had the bicycle. So how long did it take you to do the paper round?
Oh, about an hour. Half an hour would have put you around it, because we were young, you know.
And then you had to come back and have breakfast.
I'm not. I would surely did, because I remember never going out of the house without a wee fry. My mother always made us all a fry before we went to, and my father too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The whole lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the fry? What was it?
An egg and a bit of bacon and soda bread.
For every child in the morning.
Well, I don't know why they all took it, but I had it anyway. All depends why the girls wanted it. Or I don't mind cereals. I don't mind having cereals. And we never had a banana because of the war. We didn't know what banana was, and eggs were scarce.
So why banana? Why do you say banana?
Because they were coming away from overseas. You never had seen them. You never had got them.
Because of the war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how did the war affect? Did the war affect your family?
Well, I'll tell you how the war affected my family. We were young, and we didn't know much. But the bombers were coming across over Ballymena, heading for Belfast, and Belfast got a real bad doing with them, and my mother was very nervous. And there's bombs fell pretty near Ballymena too, you know, but she got nervous, and she decided she'd go out to her sisters, my Aunt Jane and Jim, my Uncle Jim. They both lived together on a farm out above Ahocco. And there was Elsie and me, and I think Jean. I think there was 3 of us, and the other 3 stayed with my dad at home. James and Francis wouldn't come. They stayed. But I don't think they never did hit Ballymena, but my mother was that nervous about it, so went out.
How long did you stay there?
Oh, I'm sure we stayed maybe a year or a couple of years.
Oh, really?
Because we went to school in Ballybeg School.
You changed school?
No, I had to. Then they took us out.
Because she was scared of the bombs hitting.
Oh, you had heard them going over, heading for Belfast.
And why would your dad not go with her?
Oh, he didn't know. There would be no room in Uncle Jam's wee house.
But you still seen your dad when you were in Ahocco?
I can't mind that where I remember the life in the farm right enough, but I can't remember my dad coming out or coming in to see.
And you said he went to England as well.
How did they get out? They couldn't get out. There was no
car.
No car.
You didn't have a car. No car. And was there any buses?
No buses. I know that no buses going out that way.
So how would you go out to Ahocco?
Oh, a taxi. There used to be a man called Flake, and they were down at Lynn Hall Street. The taxis sat along where the brew was down there, and the boy Flake, that's where we went out and in, and he took us right up to the door. Guess so much.
Wow.
That's it, yeah. Well, there were times, but we were happy enough. We never, as my mother was nervous about it, but we were happy enough. I didn't like the school bit, but I got over it.
You didn't like the what?
It's a school, Ballybeg School. Never liked school anyway.
Okay, what do you remember when you were out at Ahocco, when you were saying about the war and all that?
I know about the war even when we were out on the farm, because my Uncle Jim's field at the back of the house, a great big field it was that the army took it over for manoeuvres. They were moving from here to there, and the whole field was packed full of army people, and and motorbikes and army vehicles. And when they all went away, I remember well, it was the only time I ever had goggles, because I was through the field and found a pair of the motorbike goggles. So I found a pair of goggles and had them, and I had them for years because I used to wear them when I had the motorbike.
Oh, and you kept them, and they were left over from the army.
They were.
All right. Tell me, you said you didn't like school very much. So, and school didn't have any computers or mobile. So, what do you remember about your school days? What do you remember?
The one thing I do remember that I definitely did not like it, and probably because I didn't. I'm not saying I had no brains, but that's what happens. I didn't use my brains, and many a time when I go out to see wee Donna, my brother's wee girl, that's what she always says, that we all have brains and only some people don't use them, and I think that's what happened. I just was lazy, didn't use my brains. I hate it, doing this, and I cheated and this and cheated and that, and got more slaps and went there. And there was one day I just, and I missed 2 or 3 times.
Which school? Like,
Next
didn't
school,
go?
I always went, instead of going to school, took me bag down the back lane and went up into, and I loafed along with a mate of mine, and I always sat in there all day. This day I wouldn't go to school, and I was outside the door, girling, no, I'm not going, and on our street was the police station. Now, that was on the street, and the big bar down the window, and in them days you wouldn't have walked past it because you were scared. But we had to go up the other side of the street to go to school. But here down the far side of the street was a detective called Charlie Lynch. And my memory's not good, but I always remember that. Charlie Lynch, he was even fat for a detective, but my mother, everybody knew the policemen there. So with Charlie, well, can you do anything with this boy and not go to school? And he come over and he says, "What, so you don't want to go to school? Would you rather go up to the police barracks and spend a wee time?" Because we were terrified of it. And he says, "Come on, I think you should go to school." And of course, I was more feared of him than I was of the school, so away I went, and that's he got me to go to school.
He said he would take you into the jail.
Aye. Oh, aye, but...
So why didn't you like school? Was it the teachers?
No, the teachers were all right. There was Miss Weitzman, Miss Luskin. Oh, no, I think... No, it wasn't the teacher's fault. It was all my fault. Just didn't...
How many people would have been in your class?
Oh, the classes were even big in them days.
Right.
I said about 20 or 30.
Oh, 20 or 30. All the same age.
Well, yes, there were different classes. That's right. You moved up,
And what time did you finish school?
Oh, but 3 o'clock.
All right.
Yes, much
9
the
to
same.
3. Same today.
Much the same.
And you had to walk there and walk back.
One day, I remember one day too, putting on my dungaroos. That was the bib and brace dungaroos, and going to school. And big Miss Sterling sent me home to get changed. Wouldn't let me in with the dungaroos on.
Why not?
Because I wasn't dressed. I wasn't. I should have the shirt pants on and there were no uniforms, but she wouldn't let me in with the dungaroos on.
She sent you home?
No, I had to go home and get changed.
So,
But no, the teachers were all right. I couldn't say many slaps I got for doing the wrong thing.
so what did they do? They don't slap kids now. What
No.
did they do then? Slap you with
Well, a
what?
cane. Our master had a wee cane about 1.5 foot long and about thickness of your finger. And of course, I was being smart, and we had I was happy said a very smart fella, Bob Lairs, and never. Sometimes I see him in the town, I talk to him. Bob Lairs,
We still see him.
He's a smart fella, and he done well, and life. But I would when he done all these long division sums, I just put down the number and divide it by so much, and then write down. I just write whatever come into my head right down, and I shot a stroke and put the right answer at the bottom.
But how did you know the right answer?
Because I got it off Bob Blair. Bob Blair sat beside me. I copied all his. But we all went up. The things all went up every having we go, and he was looking over them all. And then the next thing I heard was Smith. There. And up I goes. He says, "How did you get that? How did
Answer.
you get that? Well, that configuration down there. No, it makes any sense." But they know that I was cheating, so out the hand, right across the tips of the fingers. Sometimes you'd have pulled it, and then they would have held it tight, and another in the other hand.
One in each hand.
Oh, and they were sore. You're down hugging your pants.
Did the other guy called
Bob
Bob Blair, did he know
Bob
that you
Blair.
were taking his answers?
Oh, aye. He didn't give me them, aye. He didn't mind.
That was very good of him.
Oh, I not only me copied from him, but all the only I done it the wrong way. I put all the stupid out instead of doing the old songby. Just put down anything, any number,
And put the right answer.
and that's what knocked me down.
So you got 2 slabs.
I did, boy. How many the two ago? But the two I remember.
Did they ever make anybody stand in the
And
corner?
in them days too, well, you know what we got every morning? A wee third pint of milk. It was all brought to the school, and it was left up at the fireplace, kind of heated a wee bit. And everybody got a wee pint of milk, and it come that time, well, I give it all around, and we drunk our wee third pint of milk. Because we probably didn't get in as much as that at home.
Oh, right, so you got free milk at school.
Yes, that's right. I
Did you get
remember that.
free lunch?
No, no way. No.
Did your mum make you the lunch?
Oh, you got home for your lunch?
Oh, you went home for your lunch?
I was only down the street as far as I remember. Never mind that.
Oh, you went home at lunchtime and then back?
Then you went home to into the house and got a piece of a loaf and jam on it, and away you went out. I good and forgot about it until the next morning.
All right.
No, that was
All right.
okay, but I mean I've been better when I paid more attention. But I got on all right in life.
But you do remember getting into trouble a few times.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I just want to ask one more thing about that living. You were telling somebody at church the other day about the outside toilet and the toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were very lucky. Now, where I'm going back.
You said the newspaper
You're going back
was...
60 years, over 60 years you're going back. And we were very lucky in High Street. They had the sewer was in it, and we had a flush toilet. But it was outside in a wee house, and it's just a big flat piece of wood right across with the round hole in the middle. But it was a chain and all, it was flush. But there's no such thing as toilet rolls. It was all newspapers cut into wee bits, sitting beside it, because there's plenty of room on both sides.
Really?
Yeah. But we were lucky because, I mean, your mother was reared to, she was 13-year-old outway to what you call it, and it was a dry toilet. That's all.
Aunt May?
Aunt May. Sure, that's not mine when the woman come from America. She wouldn't stay with me. She had to come in and stay with us because we were on Queen Street at that time.
So they used
But
it.
even at the time of Queen Street, they still had only the dry toilet out at May's.
Oh, really?
No, that's not come back that terrible.
So every week she would have to empty that, and
Every so often, you put stuff into it, and it helped to kill a lot and to kill the smell and all that. Oh, it had to be.
in the garden, or did somebody take it away?
I don't know where she put it.
But the toilet roll was
But I think they
newspapers.
put stuff in it, it killed it, and kind of disappears or something. I don't know. But it was a dry toilet. I remember it was a dry toilet. All right.
And the toilet roll was the
I mean,
newspaper.
when we were young and out at my Aunt Jane's, that was the same. There was no flush toilet in the farm. Mostly you went behind the hedge somewhere.
So the newspaper, how was it cut up like? Was it just cut in stripes or?
Big sheets, you just tore it and
Oh, you just tore it up as you went?
You don't cut it, aye. Oh, aye, and paper bags, small paper, just cut the pages out and they were all sitting. Some people hung them up, put a hole through them, hung them up, and you can pull a piece off it.
Really?
Oh, aye. Oh, aye, that was days.
So did you have a bath then every week or?
Well, in High Street there was nothing but we had what they called the kitchen. That's where we had a big table. We ate in the kitchen, and my mother cooked in the kitchen. Then we had what they called the scullery, which you kept the bread, and and the sink. A big brown sink was in the corner, and that's where we washed ourselves. But to get at a bath, there was a big tin bath. So you had a tin bath, and I had to go. Well, it was very cold. They done it in the scullery, but the weather was good. We went out into the yard and put the warm water in it, and you get into it.
Really?
Oh, aye, tin bath.
So what size was the tin bath?
Oh, it wouldn't been any more than another half size of that thing there.
So like about the size of 4 buckets?
Oh, you know, that thing here.
The puffy chair.
Aye,
yeah.
Another bit here, you know. You just got into it and your knees was up.
Oh, you were into it and just sitting it, were you?
Oh, aye. But mostly you done all your washing at the sink.
At the sink?
Aye.
Every day?
They called it the sink.
Wow.
A dirt we hold.
It's amazing. And
Absolutely.
now everybody takes showers every day.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
That's right. There's no shower then.
Right.
Oh, well, I tell you, like, we used to go, there was a place up Castle Street when we were younger, there was a place with showers and you paid so much and you get into a shower. And we did go to that, yes, a lot. I must admit, yeah, when we were young, that's where we got our showers.
All right, you went up the street, there was actually public showers.
Public showers, and you paid to get in, you paid
Really?
so much. I was in them.
Oh my goodness.
Just up Castle Street.
So how much would you have to pay?
And then we went up to the river and so on. Oh, I forget, a couple of a penny or 2 pennies or something. Wasn't very much.
So why was there not any showers in the houses, do you think?
No pressure, there's no pressure water coming in the house and no heat. There's nothing to heat water. Only you boil your kettle, that's all they made your bath then.
Oh,
There's no
really?
warm water. You had no warm water in the house. You had no heat in the house. Only the mortar and pestle stove when it was on. That's the only heat you had in the house.
We don't know how lucky we are now.
Not at all. You had to wear clothes in the winter time. And we had winter times then. The icicles were sitting down about the length of the roofs.
Sounds horrendous. No electric blankets.
Not at all. No electric blankets. Not at all. Oh.
Do you ever remember any of your family getting very
Somebody
sick?
gave you a big coat or something. The big coat was put you over the bed as well.
Oh, you put the coat over the bed to keep
aye,
you warm?
as well as the old blankets that you didn't mind, the old woolly blankets you used to have. Oh,
Oh, that sounds horrendous.
well, you could have you kept mother in the big water misters of the kettle, a big kettle about that size, you know, and you'd kept it on all the time, and then you could have took a jar up to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Jar.
Hot one.
And them days it was the crock jar, and it was round like that, and you put your 2 feet on it. It
So,
wasn't a rubber jar.
and do you remember, like, you saying that the toilet was outside,
Yes.
but it was flush, but if you had to go to the toilet during the night, can you remember?
Oh, I remember that well. Oh, well, I don't know whoever's listening to this, I don't know whether I'm sure they do know, and there's plenty of them for sale if you're up round the Fairhill at some of the old stalls. There's a thing called a pole, and it was a pot that you sat under, pushed under the bed, and if you need to go to the toilet during the night, you just got up and you pedalled into the pole. And then in the morning...
Did it have a lid?
Didn't have no lid. No,
No.
there was no lid. In the morning you had to be careful. Carry it down the stairs, take it right out to the toilet and
Empty
empty
it.
it in. And then rinse it and bring it back up and below the bed again. Oh yeah.
And was there one for each person?
No. Only the one end. If there's two in a bed, there's only the one end below it. What all? Yeah, I remember that all right.
Imagine. I just wondered. We'll just ask you one more thing. And do you ever remember if it was that cold and you had the outside toilet and everything? Do you remember any of you ever getting very sick with the flu or the cold, or like the doctor, having to go to the doctor or anything?
Funny enough, I had no recollection of being very sick. The only recollection I have about the doctor was when I was in short pants and was up the back lane, and the Nile boy kept well, he owned the houses that we were in. We were at them houses were rentals, and he had he owned scrap yards and old scrap motors, and we used to climb up on them. One day I climbed up on with these short pants, my leg went down and a hole, and I come up and my leg, there's a big rip in me, so you can see it on the side of my leg right into the bone. But the amazing thing about it was there was no blood spurting out of it. I don't know why, but I run up, and my mother says I cut my leg and showed it, and then I run out of her house and up to the doctor myself, and short pants on, definitely mind that, so I don't know what age it was. I run up to the doctor, was only when the door's up, Dr. Stewart, my mother used to clean it, and his sister, Nancy, come out, says, well, what's wrong, sir? I cut my leg, and she says, come on now. So by the time my mother got out, she went down a couple of doors down, and Sammy Turtle, and he's living yet, but he's not that well. He arrived up into the doctor's after she sent him up, but she didn't want to go. And Sammy Turtle come up, and there's me eyes, holding my legs tight. I wasn't crying, and holding my leg tight, and the woman was putting her finger down until it cleaning the rust out of it, and then got the stitches. There's 6, you can count them on my leg. Yeah?
I know the scar on your left. Yeah,
and
you're 83 and there's still a scar there.
It was right on the kind of all on my leg. Yeah, it was a bad one. That's a funny thing.
Was it a spike went into your leg?
No, old rust and just old tin,
Oh, right.
They were like Austin 7s, I think, back in them days. We used to climb up through them, and and my leg went down. And that's about, I know that hurt me. And then one other day, coming from the People's Park, where a crowd was, and my cousin Desi Smith from Well Street was with him, and up the at Thomas Street there was what they called the nurseries, the Wilson's nurseries, and they had a wee wall with railings on it, and we were walking along the railings, of course. The spikes, and my foot slipped off the railing, and my arm went down, the spike went up into me below my arm. You can see the thing there too, if you ever wanted to see it. Spike went up into my arm, and then I got up and I pushed it off, and I says, oh, I think I'm hurt. And I run home, and my dad, he got a wee bowl and put disinfectant in it and got his finger and put it up into the thing and tried to clean it out. Then I went up to the doctor and he put a stitch in it. But what I didn't know then, yes, with my left arm, you have a main artery come down to your left arm. When you feel like you're getting a stroke or something that goes, missed it.
Did you go to a hospital?
No, just up with the doctor, and he stitched it, and that was it.
That was it.
Well, that was things like that. Now I had what they called glands there, and got a lot of teeth out because of them. But they burst and all. That was a terrible.
Did you go to hospital for that?
Not at all.
Not.
At all, no. Just bandaged the doctor. Gone to hospital, you never went to hospital for nothing.
You just sewed your own. That's
No,
very
nobody
interesting.
sent you to the hospital. Probably they sent me if I had ever went, but the hospital was only up the Cushentoll Road at them
The
days.
Waveney. Was that the Waveney?
Aye. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And you survived.
Oh, we survived
That's-
to this time.
82, 83 years.
Mm.
Okay. All right, we'll finish. Now that's very interesting. That is. Okay, thanks, Dad. Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Right, you're welcome.
What did you want to tell me?
You're lucky you get through life a bit easier than that, but it's sure the youngsters don't.
For sure. I appreciate getting into an electric blanket and a
That's
bed and toilet and a shower, for sure.
That's right.
And not having to get up too early for school.
Not having to go outside to go to the toilet.
Oh, goodness. Or newspaper to clean my
Especially
bum.
through the snow too at times.
Yeah, I'll appreciate sleeping in the bed tonight. Okay, thank you.